Welcome to this lesson on setting up connections in Informatica Cloud. In this lecture, we'll explore how connections work, the different types of connectors available, and how to install an add-on connector. So what is a connection? In Informatica Cloud, a connection is a tool that provides access to data stored both in the cloud and on premises. Connections are essential because they define where the system can find sources, look up objects, and targets within a task. Essentially, they tell Informatica where to pull data from and where to send it. To create a connection, you will use connectors. There are two types of connectors in Informatica Cloud Services. Native connectors, which are pre-built in IICS and require no additional setup. They support commonly used data sources, such as an SQL Server, flat files, Oracle, FTP, and SFTP servers. There are also lots of different native connectors available in the Informatica platform. Since they are ready to use out of the box, you can quickly create connections using these native connectors. The second type of connectors are add-on connectors. These are developed by Informatica or its partners to extend the platform's capabilities, enabling connections to other applications like Salesforce or Workday. To use add-on connector, you need to add it to your Informatica Cloud organization. You can choose to install a free trial version or purchase the connector. Now let's walk through the process of installing a trial version of an add-on connector. As the first step, log into the Informatica platform and navigate to the Administrator service. In the Administrator service, you will manage various settings for your Informatica Cloud environment. Once we are here, we have to go to the Connections tab, and in this tab, you will manage all your connections. What you have to remember is that connections are reusable. Once you create a connection to a service like Salesforce, you can use these connections as many times as you want. Within the Connections tab, let's click New Connection. And now we can choose the type of the connector that we want to use. Once you click Type, you will see a list of all available native connectors that are ready to use straight away. And on the left side, you can see a built-in documentation which describes how to configure a connection. In case you are not sure about what to do, you can read through this documentation. Once you choose some kind of connector, let's say I will choose flat file, the documentation here will get updated to provide you with the documentation about how to configure a connection for this particular connector. So it's really a handy feature. I will expand the type option, and here, if you don't see the connector that you need, let's say OData connector, you have to navigate to the Add-on Connectors tab. So I will close this window, click Discard, and go to the Add-on Connectors, so right here. And here we can search for the connector that we need. So here, to the Find window, I will put OData connector. And once we do that, we can see the OData connector. And here, let's click Start Free Trial, click OK. And now a connector will be added to our organization for a 30-day trial period. After adding the add-on connector, let's go back to the Connections tab. Again, click New Connection. Go to the type, and now we can choose the connector which we just added, so the OData connector. The new connector should now be visible and ready to use in your tasks. There is one important note. After adding an add-on connector, it might take up to 30 minutes for the connector to be up and running with all its options. Be patient and ensure everything is set up correctly before proceeding with your tasks. By following these steps, you will be able to set up both native and add-on connections in Informatica Cloud, enabling seamless integration with various data sources and platforms. This flexibility allows you to manage and process data, whether it's stored locally or in the cloud. That's it for this lesson. In the next session, we'll dive deeper into how to configure and use these connections in your data integration tasks.